Welcome everybody, as it is time for state basketball right here on Saunders County Online and Wahoo Public Schools YouTube channel. I want to say thank you to all of our sponsors and of course congratulations to the Warriors for getting to this point. But of course Austin McNorton, we want to do a shout out right away for him. Congratulations on twin baby girls being delivered yesterday. He wishes he could be here, but really he's where he should be. So, again, thank you for Brian and Tyler for stepping in and helping us be able to bring these broadcasts to you right here.
Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations to Austin and his wife, two healthy twin girls, so that's awesome. And, yeah, as Kelly said, we've got a big one on tap here this morning as the Warriors are set to take on the Omaha Concordia Mustangs in this Class C1 semifinal, with the winner moving into the championship tomorrow, of course. And Tyler, let's maybe start with Wahoo, if you don't mind. Obviously, our hometown team. The Warriors are the number 5 seed. We saw them yesterday with a win, an upset win as far as the bracket is concerned, over number 4 Ogallala, 50-36. Wahoo did a really good job getting that game, I think, at their pace, right? Defensively with man-to-man, and then a good chunk of zone mixed in there. And then finally the offense started to get going a little bit. It was slow start, and they started to just, it was like a snowball. You could feel it was a 6-point lead, then it was 8, then it was 14, and really Wahoo did a good job. As you would expect, they were very patient and ended up with a 14-point win.
Yeah. Just to your point, it started out slow. Wahoo's defense was on point the entire 4 quarters there, and I had mentioned live on the broadcast at one point, Wahoo kept getting stops, and they would come down this end of the court, the offensive end of the court, and struggle to really get the ball in the hoop consistently. And I said, man, they need to take advantage of all these defensive stops. So played their style of basketball, and there probably more in the second half, the offense really started picking up, including Marcus Glock, the team leading scorer, and 5th in the state in the average points a game, just under 24 points a game.
Yeah, and Wahoo as a team averages just about 70 points per game, so they were 20 points below their season average offensively, but defensively they give up about 50 points per game and only allowed 36, right? So they really lock things down defensively. And it's going to be a different kind of a challenge here this morning, right? Omaha Concordia, the number 1 seed, they're now 25-2. They had a relatively easy victory yesterday against the number 8 seed Malcolm Clippers. It was 72-36. Concordia presents a different type of challenges from a personnel standpoint. We talked a little bit about it at the end of the broadcast yesterday with their big man Quentin McCaffrey. So he's 6'10". He averages almost 14 points per game. He is their leading scorer. He scored 18 points yesterday. He got started very quickly. 2 3-pointers right out of the gate for McCaffrey. So he's 6'10". He's a big, thick body, but he's not afraid to step out and shoot it. How do you expect Wahoo to sort of attack that or slow down that Concordia offense?
Well, that's a good question, and as you mentioned, we touched on it yesterday. Concordia will stretch you pretty thin, defensively speaking, because of Quentin McCaffrey underneath the hoop, and then they can shoot long distance. They can shoot 3-pointers very well, very good shooting team, and then he can step out and shoot 3-pointers as well. So defensively, Wahoo just needs to be very, very sound, and really at the end of the day, kind of do what they did yesterday, really dominate those defensive boards, whether that's double teaming the big man just to make sure he doesn't get the rebounds, because he lives on that glass and he will. So defensively speaking, Wahoo really just needs to start by winning the rebound game. I think that's where it's going to start for them. They're very athletic. They really don't have a traditional big guy. Marcus Glock might be about the tallest guy they have out there, potentially Dylan Simmons.
Yeah, Brody Johnson, obviously, but he doesn't really see a ton of playing time. With his 6'10" height, that would make sense. But you're right. As far as regular players are concerned, it's Glock, it's Simons, and Hester all at 6'4". So you're right. They don't have that true post player. I wonder, are they going to come out in that 1-3-1 zone maybe to start the game if they don't have that perfect man-to-man matchup? Do you expect, let's just go right into the zone and start from the beginning and really force Concordia to attack that.
Yeah, the 1-3-1 really seemed to work for Wahoo yesterday when they switched things up. I mean, their man-to-man defense is fantastic, but there is a mismatch here in this game, and I think you might be exactly spot on, Brian, with a 1-3-1 zone defense. We'll see how that works out to begin things and kind of go from there. But yeah, I think Wahoo really just needs to stick with the basics. It sounds very elementary, but stick to the basics, win the rebounding game, and go from there, and then let your athleticism running up and down the court. Concordia really wants to kind of slow it down, run a set play. You know, yesterday they only gave up 36 points, and their head coach in an interview after the game said, that's, you know, you see the 72 number, that's great, but I look at that 36 number, that's where I want to live. I want to live right there, really slow things down, and use Quentin McCafferty. So Wahoo's just really going to have to win that rebounding game as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, and Ken Koulis is the head coach for Omaha Concordia, and to your point, Tyler, their season average for points allowed is 37.5 points across 27 games. So that's right at their number that they have been allowing here all season long. They only score 56 points per game. So as you said, it's going to be slow. It's going to be methodical, right? They did have 4 scorers in double figures yesterday. McCafferty led the way for them with 18 points. Drew Koulis is another name we will repeat quite a bit here. He's their starting, sort of their guard that really makes everything go. Had 14 points yesterday on 6 of 7 shooting. Also added in 4 rebounds. Carter Sunday, another starter with 12 points yesterday. He scored 19 points last year, a year ago, in the semifinal loss to Auburn. And he will be another key contributor for them. And then Jack Thrasher was also in double figures yesterday. He had 11 and also shot the ball very well, 4 out of 6, right? So he was very clear. We watched the game, Concordia against Malcolm yesterday. They got comfortable very, very quickly and got right into things and it sort of steamrolled Malcolm from there. It's going to be really important, I think, for Wahoo to get Concordia out of their rhythm, make them uncomfortable from the very beginning, and make this the kind of game that Wahoo wants it to be.
Yeah, and here's the thing with Concordia. You mentioned Drew Koulis. He's, well, the coach's son, so he's grown up living, eating, breathing basketball. And as a sophomore, he plays much, much wiser and older than a sophomore. So my point is, everybody on the Concordia's team has a role, and they all understand it very well and what they're supposed to do. They're very well-rounded, a very balanced team. So Wahoo certainly is going to have to be on their A game here today.
But I wanted to kind of throw in, I've seen Concordia play against other opponents like DC West. Yes, they beat DC West once, but DC West also beat them. So there are weaknesses. It's just depends upon which team shows up and how you can find those weaknesses right away and stick with it.
Absolutely, and Kevin Sheaf has been around a long time. You know that he's going to have something not customized, but he's going to have his team ready to play here, and he will know exactly how they want to attack this Mustang ball club. They've cleared the players off of the floor, so we're about to get the national anthem. We'll step away for a couple of minutes, and we'll be back with the starting lineups here at the C1 semifinals for Wahoo on Saunders County Online.
If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers.
The outcome of a legal case can have long-lasting ramifications on your finances, quality of life, and community standing. Choosing the right law firm to represent your interests and your rights is of the utmost importance. The law offices of Brome, Lindell, Freeman County, and Gloucester traces its history of providing legal services to residents of eastern Nebraska back to 1893. So give us a call.
Medicine Man Pharmacy, we aspire to be the pharmacy provider confidently chosen by our clients for their families' everyday health needs because of our expertise, integrity, and honestly, consistently exceeding their expectations. Reliability, bright spot, value, integrity, community building, and so much more can be found at Medicine Man Pharmacy of Wahoo.
Welcome back to state basketball as we bring you Wahoo versus Omaha Concordia on Saunders County Online and Wahoo Public Schools.
Starters ready to be announced, actually, as they typically do here at the state tournament. They will announce all of the non-starters first. So maybe before we jump into our starters, mention this is one of two Class C1 semifinals. The other one, which will be played following this game, it's Ashland Greenwood, the number 2 seed, against Auburn, the number 3 seed. Ashland Greenwood defeated Donovan Trumbull yesterday, 48-35. Auburn squeaked out a win over DC West, 52-50. The Falcons ending a very good season and almost upset Auburn, who is now one game away from qualifying for the championship game for the 6th year in a row. That Ashland Greenwood Auburn game is a rematch of the last 2 C1 championship games. That should be a good one. So for Omaha Concordia, they are actually the home team. So why don't we start with Wahoo, because the Wahoo starters will be announced first. Wahoo, the visitors, the lower seed. Their starting lineup is no surprise. It's exactly what we saw yesterday and have been seeing for most of the year. So Marcus Glock, their senior, 6'4" senior, averaging 23.7 points per game, is the first starter. He had 14 points yesterday, went 8 out of 9 from the free throw line. He had a double-double as well with 11 rebounds. Second starter is Kyler Elliott, a 5'11" senior. Cody Hesser, the third starter. He is a 6'4" sophomore. Hesser averages 8 points per game, and he was, 9 points per game, and he was right on that yesterday with 9 points. Also had 5 steals. Dylan Simons is the fourth starter. He is a 6'4" junior. Again, he averages 11 points per game, Tyler, and he was right on that yesterday. 11 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 steals for Dylan yesterday. Eli Shada rounds out the starting lineup. Shada is a 6'3" sophomore who averages 5.3 points per game. Kevin Sheaf is the Warriors head coach. He's assisted by Mike Bomar, Brian Meyer, Dan Waddle, and Max Cook. And now for Omaha Concordia, it's Drew Kulis. We mentioned him a minute ago. He is a 5'11" sophomore guard, 8.5 points per game. He scored 14 yesterday. Quentin McCaffrey is their big man, a 6'10" senior who's headed to Truman State next year to play basketball. He had 18 points yesterday, including 2 3-pointers, 10 rebounds, and 4 blocks for McCafferty yesterday. Jack Thrasher is the third starter, a 6'4" junior, averaging 12 points per game. He scored 11 yesterday. Jack Shepard is the fourth starter. He is a 6'2" junior, 4 points per game and 4 rebounds per game for him. Carter Sunday rounds out the starting lineup for Omaha Concordia. He's a 6'1" senior, averaging 8.8 points per game. He scored 12 yesterday, including 5 out of 7 from the field and a pair of steals. The Mustangs are coached by Ken Kulis. He's assisted by Caleb Klunder, Chris Bartles, Keaton Sturm, and Max Meyer. This is the 4th state tournament appearance for Omaha Concordia. Tyler, this is their 3rd consecutive year into the semifinals.
Yeah, Concordia all of a sudden turning into kind of a local basketball powerhouse here. And I'm sure it helps having big man Quentin McCafferty and company and Kulis, but good job to Concordia here to get where they're at here on the season so far.
Tyler mentioned it yesterday as Wahoo picked up the win. That was their first win here at the state tournament since 2019. They lost in the first round in 2020, 2022, and 2023. Did not qualify in 2021. So some good mojo for the Warriors heading into this morning's ball game. Really, really good crowd here from both towns, both schools. As you would expect, Tyler, it's the semifinals. Wahoo canceled school yesterday, so why wouldn't you make the drive down into Lincoln and watch your team play? The Warriors are in blue. Concordia is going to be in white. We're ready to jump it up in the middle. It's McCafferty and Cody Hesser will jump it for the Warriors. Wahoo is going to work from right to left. The tip is won by the Warriors. Hesser goes up and Wahoo will have the first possession. Kyler Elliott will bring it into the front court. Dumps it down underneath. Shot blocked there by Eli Shada blocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Wahoo. Concordia starting with a man-to-man defense. Now on the inbounds, Dylan Simons. On the baseline underneath his own basket. Simons still looking to get it in. Finally goes up high to Hesser with the catch out near midcourt. Works into the middle of the floor. Now right side wing. Over there to Shada. Back up high. It's Hesser with it now. He'll work down the free throw lane. Good jump stop. Shot fake. He got McCafferty off his feet. Collected himself. Put it up and missed it. McCafferty with the rebound, his first of the ball game. So Wahoo comes up empty on their first possession. They started a man-to-man, so we thought maybe we would see the zone here, but it's man-to-man. We'll see who's going to be charged with guarding McCafferty. We got a switch already. Dylan Simons is matched up with him. Out up high with the ball is Kulis. He'll work to his right. That's Carter Sunday with it. Sunday's pass is tipped and taken away. Good hands by Dylan Simons. Warriors look to run. Quickly into the front court is Hesser. Right side wing. Now finds Glock, his first offensive touch into the free throw lane. Shot up short off the front of the rim. And the rebound is controlled by Jack Shepard. He'll hand off to Sunday. Working there against Glock as he brings it across the timeline. Now it's Kulis with it. Right side wing, he picks up his dribble. Shepard out in that corner. Now Kulis on the left wing. Shot fake, driving inside. The Warriors trapped him in there and he walked with it. Nice defense for Wahoo, forcing 2 turnovers on the first 2 possessions.
Yeah, typically they'll kind of let you have that little jump in the lane if you're going up for a shot, but he stopped and paused, and the optics didn't look good. Referees weren't going to let him travel there.
Warriors get the ball back. We're scoreless. We've played a minute and a half here. Glock has it on the right side wing. Down into the corner. Now we'll work it back around the perimeter over here to the near side. Hesser with it. Dribbles to the top of the key. Guarded there by Sunday. Man-to-man still here for Concordia. Now on the right side wing, Dylan Simons into the corner to Hesser. Back out up high to Elliott. To the free throw line. Picks up his dribble, looking for some help. He'll kick it back out to Simons. Dylan hands off to Marcus Glock out near mid-court. Glock inside of the tip circle. Gets the screen. He'll drive inside into the corner. Three-pointer on the way for Hesser is good. Cody Hesser with the first bucket of the ball game for the Warriors. It's a three-pointer now. Wahoo's going to throw some pressure on. Three-quarter court trap here, slowing this Concordia offense down. Kulis working with it in the backcourt. Now they get it across the timeline, almost turned it over. They'll settle it down. It's Jack Shepard with it. Shepard picked up by Hesser out near the timeline. Now left side wing, it's Sunday. Back to Shepard. Waiting for the screen, and he gets it from McCafferty. He'll drive down inside, puts up a shot. It's blocked. Blocked there by Simons. The ball's loose on the floor. Probably going to get a held ball here, I would guess, and that is the call. It'll be Concordia basketball. But a nice block there coming on the rotation there by Dylan Simons.
Yeah, Dylan Simons getting off to the same start he did yesterday, filling up almost every statistical category. Simons is a real problem out there.
Keegan Brigham, a 5'10 senior, and Jace Kaminsky, a 5'10 sophomore, checking in for Wahoo. The inbounds comes in underneath to McCafferty. Shot was no good, but he's fouled. He'll go to the free throw line, our first foul of the ball game.
And down on the back other end of the court, what a beautiful play there by Glock, driving in, attracting the attention of big McCafferty, drew him out and kicked it out to a wide open Hesser there for the three-pointer.
Kaminsky's called for the foul. That sends McCafferty to the free throw line. He makes the first. That's the first point of the ball game for Omaha Concordia. 5:23 left to play in the first half. It's 3-1. Second free throw is good as well. So it's now 3-2. Warriors with a 1-point lead. Almost 3 minutes gone here in the first. Glock will bring it into the front court on the dribble for Wahoo. Driving it down to the left block. Ball's knocked out of his hands. You say last touch by Concordia. So it will stay with the Warriors, and Kaminsky will throw it in for Wahoo on the baseline, underneath his own hoop. Over here on the left side of the floor, Kaminsky still looking to get it in. He lobs it into Simons. Now it's Kaminsky with it in the corner. He'll work it up high. It's Dylan Simons again with it. Right side wing to Hesser. Guarded out there by McCafferty. Now Glock, a jumper from the elbow is good. Marcus Glock came off a screen, curled hard to the elbow, got the jumper to go. His first 2 of the game. It's 5-2. Warriors by 3, 4:50 left to play in the first quarter.
It looks like Glock could do that all day long.
Deep three-pointer by McCafferty. Rushed it and missed everything. The rebound comes down to Hesser. Hesser against McCafferty, driving inside. He'll kick it out on the wing to Simons into the free throw lane, and that's too many steps.
Yeah, he kind of got caught up there trying to find a place to pass it off. Just couldn't find one, took one too many steps.
LaValle will check into the game. Barrett LaValle, a 6'1 senior, checking in for the Warriors. So that's already the 8th player we've seen on the floor for Wahoo. No subs yet that I have seen for Concordia. Near steal for Wahoo as the Warriors still throwing that three-quarter court pressure on. Concordia able to get it across the timeline. Now out up high with it is Shepard. Working it down to the corner. That's Sunday. Into the middle, back to Shepard, left side wing. Still a man-to-man defense here for Wahoo in the half court. Now it's Drew Koulis with it. Guarded tightly by Keegan Brigham. Koulis driving into the free throw lane. His pass is tipped, but controlled by Sunday. Now out on the right wing, it's Shepard again with it. It's poked and stolen away. Kaminsky with the steal. He's going to take it all the way, attacking McCafferty. The shot was blocked out of bounds. It was a whistle. I'm not sure they called a foul there.
No, they didn't call a foul. That was a clean block. Now, Kaminsky may have got too confident. He had 4 straight layups in yesterday's game, but Quentin McCafferty wasn't there.
Did a good job taking it right at the 6'10 senior. Warriors throw it in. Out up high with it is Brigham. That's Keegan Brigham. He'll hand off to Glock. Glock's going to be fouled as he drove into the middle. I think we're going to get a foul here on Jackson Shepard. Wait for the official signal. That is the call. That's his first and the team's first. And we'll get our first sub of the ball game in for Concordia. It's Nick Johannes, a 6'2" senior. He will check in and replace Shepard. Warriors will throw it in on the sideline right here in front of us. Ball comes into Kaminsky, now out near midcourt to Glock. Glock gets a screen, drives around his defender. Pull-up floater is good.
Oh, buddy.
Beautiful left-hand floater there by Marcus Glock. Went right over the 6'10 McCafferty at 7-2. Wahoo leads it by 5. And the Warriors almost came away with another steal through the hands, really, of Brigham. And right to Drew Koulis, and Koulis will slow things down. Right side wing to Johannes. Now it's Sunday with it, and we're going to get a foul called away from the basketball. That's going to be on McCafferty as the Warriors were double teaming him in the post to try and not allow the entry. He pushed a Warrior defender away and gets called for the offensive foul.
Yeah, that was Glock defending him, and Glock getting up underneath McCafferty's armpits basically with his elbow, and McCafferty kind of gave him a little nudge. The referee didn't like that.
Kyle Schneider will check into the ball game for Concordia. He is a 6' senior. He will replace Nick Johannes. So he was only in for about a minute. 3:15 left to play here in the first quarter. Wahoo leading it 7-2. Kaminsky with the ball for the Warriors as he brings it across half court. Now it's Glock. Pull-up three-pointer for Glock. That's off the rim. No good. And the rebound taken away by McCafferty. Warriors not going to press off of the miss. So that will allow Sunday to bring it across the timeline. Wahoo does pick up the man-to-man right at half court. Now spinning to his left, driving down inside. Jack Thrasher, tough shot there. And he got it to go. That's the first basket of the ball game for Concordia.
Yeah, nice left-handed contested layup there by Thrasher.
7-4, Wahoo in front by 3. 2:40 left to play as Glock drives it down to the baseline. Lost the dribble, and it's going to be out of bounds off of Wahoo. That'll be Concordia basketball.
And that's the problem McCafferty makes there. Such a big presence. People dribble in, and then he's standing right there, and then they try and back out, and it creates problems usually.
Concordia able to get it across the timeline against this press. Three-pointer from the corner is good by Jack Thrasher. He's got the last 5 for the Mustangs, and now we're tied 7-7. 2:20 left to play in the first quarter.
Thrasher shot 80% yesterday, so it looks like his hot hands carried into today so far.
Warriors working through their offense against this man-to-man defense. Glock drives into the lane from the elbow. He kicks it out to Hesser. He'll drive. Ball's poked away and stolen by the Mustangs. McCafferty came away with the steal. I think it was actually Thrasher that tipped it away on the dribble. Now Sunday will go to work. Top of the key, left side wing to Koulis. He's picked up there by Kaminsky. Koulis down into the corner to Schneider. They get it inside. McCafferty, his shot's no good. Got the offensive board. He put it back up and in. Quentin McCafferty with his first basket of the ball game. He's got 4. It's a 7-0 run for the Mustangs. 9-7 now your score with 95 seconds to play in the first quarter. Wahoo trails for the first time. Right side wing with it for the Warriors is Brigham. Now it's Glock. He'll drive down inside. Shot is no good, but a foul is going to be called, Tyler. That's the second on McCafferty.
And that's what Wahoo needs to do. They need to attack McCafferty, especially with an athlete like Glock. See if they can get him into foul trouble maybe early on.
Glock will head to the line to shoot 2. It's the third team foul for Omaha Concordia. Going to have to keep an eye on McCafferty and how long they let him stay on the floor. The first free throw for Glock is good. He's got 5 here in the first quarter. Eli Shada checking back in for the Warriors along with Dylan Simons and Kyler Elliott. And in for the first time, Elliott McCafferty. He will replace Quentin McCafferty. He's a 6'3" sophomore. Second free throw coming here for Glock. Also good, and we're tied now at 9 with 1:22 left in the first quarter. Inbounds comes into Carter Sunday. He'll dribble it off the right sideline, gets it across the timeline. Now it's Schneider with it to McCafferty, and now Kulis. Kulis in the middle of the floor, right side wing to Schneider. Down inside. Thrasher with a shot fake, puts it up, and it was blocked, but I think a foul is going to be called maybe on the floor here, not on the shot. So it would be a baseline inbound. They're going to get, I think, Eli Shada with the foul. It's his first and the team's second, and it is a baseline inbound with 1:06 left to play in the first. Throwing it in is Elliott McCafferty. Gets it up high to Kulis. Kulis driving to his right all the way to the block. Right-hand shot, no good. The rebound is tipped around, and Marcus Glock grabs it. Glock lets all the traffic clear. Now a long pass down the floor into the corner. That's Elliott. Floater in the lane. Short, no good. Offensive rebound taken down by Shada, but then it was ripped away and controlled by the Mustangs. Almost a second chance opportunity there for Wahoo. 40 seconds left. Let's see if the Mustangs try to hold for the final shot of the quarter. 9-9 your score. Almost a steal there by Hesser. Now inside with it Sunday. The floater from the free throw line. That's no good. The rebound controlled by the Warriors. Elliott has it up ahead to Simons. 23 seconds left. Simons dumps it down inside to Shada. Shot fake, and he puts it up and has it blocked. Blocked out of bounds. No foul call. That's Wahoo basketball.
Yeah, blocked by the other McCafferty. Came in from behind. Shada thought maybe he had an easy layup there.
18.5 seconds left here in the first. Warriors will throw it in. Nice inbounds to Shada. Shot no good. Got his own rebound. The follow is good. Eli Shada with his first bucket of the ball game. 10 seconds left now in the first half. Kulis looking for help against his full court pressure. Down to 5 seconds. Concordia now is going to get it across half court with 2 left. Shot by Thrasher is no good. And your score at the end of 1. Wahoo leads it by 2. It's Warriors 11, Mustangs 9. We'll step away for 30 seconds. We'll be back with the second quarter here in the C1 State Semifinal on Saunders County Online.
Stop at First Bank of Nebraska to get our new Wahoo Warrior branded debit card. Every transaction gives back to Wahoo Public Schools. All you need is a First Bank of Nebraska checking account and ask for the Warrior card. For more information, go to firstbankne.com. First Bank of Nebraska, serving our communities, investing in you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Referees have
Welcome
a high
back
tight.
to state basketball coverage right here on Saunders County Online and Wahoo Public Schools YouTube channel.
Ready to start the second quarter. Wahoo leads at 11-9. Tyler, what'd you like from Wahoo in that first quarter?
Well, Wahoo did a really good job cleaning up the boards. They got a lot of rebounds in there. McCafferty got a couple of his own there, but they did a really good job of staying aggressive, attacking McCafferty. It looks like is going to be part of their game plan, like I'd mentioned early. Try to draw some contact, potentially get him into foul trouble early, double think things a little bit, or think twice about going up for a block potentially, and McCafferty's not even in starting in the second quarter here. So
you're right, Tyler. He's got the 2 personal fouls. He'll start the second quarter on the bench. Let's see if Wahoo tries to get it inside. Back to Shada, maybe Glock, and try to attack Concordia from the inside. Warriors start with the basketball. Kyler Elliott now to Glock over on the right side wing. Marcus with 6 points in that first quarter. Dumps it back out to Elliott in the corner. Up high to Shada. Now it's Hesser here on the left side. Hesser back into the middle of the floor, backs out in between the circles. He'll go right side to Glock. Marcus cut off there on his drive attempt, back out to Hesser. Now near side, this is Simons with it. He was quiet in that first quarter. He'll drive, puts it up, and in and out, no good. Got the offensive rebound, and he's fouled. That ball spun around on the rim, didn't quite get it to fall. Now he's going to get a try at it from the free throw line as the foul's called on Kulis.
I was going to say that ball circled the rim about 3 times. I don't know how that didn't go down.
So Simons will shoot 2. First one is good. That gives Wahoo a 3-point lead. It's 12-9. Dillon had 11 points and 5 rebounds in yesterday's contest. Second free throw is also good. Warriors 4 out of 4 from the foul line here in this ball game. They'll stick with this 3-quarter court 1-3-1 zone press. Again, just slowing Omaha Concordia down. There's a kick ball. Cody Hesser, Tyler, at the top of this press. He's long, really gives a lot of problems to the guards on opposing teams, and at this point Concordia is still trying to figure out how they want to attack it.
Yeah, DC West has got all their long guys out there, right? Or I'm sorry, Wahoo, excuse me. A little leftover from yesterday. Wahoo has all their tall, lanky guys out here, and Concordia is struggling here a little bit to get any semblance of a play run.
They finally get it down inside to Thrasher. Shot blocked. Blocked there by Simons. Quickly up ahead to Hesser. Pulls up at the 3-point line. Finds Glock. Now Simons on the right wing. Down in the corner to Hesser on the right side of the floor. He'll go up high to Shada. Now Elliott with it. Elliott into the middle of the floor on the dribble. Left side wing to Simons. Right back to Elliott on the block. He's going to put it up and no good. Offensive rebound again. Shada's follows off. The rebound is a tie-up. That'll be Concordia basketball. And with those back-to-back offensive rebounds, we'll see Quentin McCafferty back into the ball game for Concordia. Ken Koulis, I'm not saying he's really rolling the dice. It's 2 personal fouls here. He'll have to be careful, but he really wanted to get his big man back out there on the floor. Concordia with the inbound. This time they get it all the way to midcourt without a problem. Shepard to Drew Koulis, who'll bring it across the timeline. 6:30 left to play in the first half. Warriors up 13-9. Right side wing to Shepard. Jackson Shepard guarded by Glock. Trying to get it inside there to McCafferty. Nice job by Shada working there against the much bigger McCafferty. Now he's got it on the right side of the wing. He's going to shoot a deep 3. That's an air ball.
Yeah, and Wahoo will let him take those shots all day long if he wants to.
Absolutely. That was forced. And now the Warriors going to work on the offensive end. Simons inside. Nice lead for Shada. He puts it up and in. It's a beautiful pass there by Dylan Simons. Eli Shada's got 4. McCafferty is fortunate they didn't call him for his 3rd foul there by contesting that shot as well.
I was thinking the same thing.
Now we will get a foul. That's going to be on Dylan Simons with the reach over there on the far sideline as Wahoo continuing to apply pressure. 15-9 your score. Warriors lead it by 6. 5 minutes and 46 seconds still left in the first half. Concordia will throw it in to Thrasher. Now Shepard has it. Guarded by Glock on the left side of the floor. Gets it to Sunday inside of McCafferty. It's tipped away from behind. They tried to lob it in. Nice job by Dylan Simons coming from the backside. Knocked it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Mustangs, but Tyler, they're making it difficult to get it inside to McCafferty and forcing the big man out to that 3-point line.
Yeah, they really are. They're doing a great job of forcing Concordia to kind of go away from McCafferty, and they really don't want to.
Mustangs have to throw it in all the way to the backcourt. Koulis went back and got it. Now it's Sunday with it at the free throw line. Back to Koulis on the right wing. Up high to Thrasher. He's been their best offense so far. Works it to the left side wing to Shepard. Back to Thrasher, top of the key. Guarded there by Shada. He'll drive inside. Might have took steps, and he did. Good defense there. Tyler, one thing with this man-to-man defense that Wahoo has the ability to do, they can switch everything. You saw Shada going all the way from guarding McCafferty to Thrasher. That's 2 very contrasting body sizes. He's got no problem doing it.
Yeah, it just speaks to their athleticism all the way around and high basketball IQ all the way around on this Wahoo team.
Glock will bring it across the timeline for the Warriors. Working out up high, a little floater. That one's a little bit long, no good. Try to float it over McCafferty again. Koulis with the rebound. They'll push the tempo into the front court. Inside of McCafferty, it's tipped away. Long outlet pass to Glock, one-on-one. Marcus driving inside. Shot, no, couldn't get it to go. No whistle. I think Marcus maybe thought he got fouled there, but no call. And the defensive rebound taken away by Sunday. Into the front court comes Carter Sunday. He's got it on the right side of wing. Actually ran into McCafferty. Now right back to Sunday as he works it down into the corner. Back out up high, Sunday still on the dribble. Left side to Koulis. 4.5 minutes left to play here in the first half. Warriors lead it 15-9. Concordia hasn't scored yet here in this quarter. There's a 3 from the corner. That'll stop that. Jackson Shepard with the 3-pointer. Cuts the Wahoo lead in half. Makes it 15-12.
Again, if those are the shots Concordia has to take, I think Wahoo can live with that. Those are low percentage shots.
Egan Brigham in the corner, finds Simons. He'll hand off to Glock. Marcus tried to dribble through a double team, and it's taken away. Diving down on the floor to grab it is Carter Sunday. Bit of a careless turnover there, I think, for Wahoo. Glock maybe tried to force himself inside a little too quickly. Now it's Drew Coolest with it as he walks it back across the timeline, working against Brigham. Over to his right. Gets it to Sunday, defended by Glock at the moment. Now Koulis will shoot the deep three. That is in and out, no good. Thrasher with the rebound. Couple of shot fakes, puts it up. It's blocked by Simons. The long arms of Dylan Simons with another block. Warriors will run into the front court. Brigham with a good shot fake, kicks it out to Simons. He'll drive inside. Left-hand scoop shot is good. Dylan Simons around. Quentin McCafferty gets the bucket. 17-12 now your score. Simons has 4 in the first half.
Simons everywhere right now this first half, offensively and defensively.
3:10 left to play. Three-pointer on the way for McCafferty. That's no good. Offensive rebound, though, by Thrasher. His follow is off, and Simons clears away the defensive glass. Into the hands of Glock. Now up ahead, Kaminsky. He'll drive into the middle. Little pull-up floater is good. Jace Kaminsky with his first 2 of the game, and Ken Koulis calls a timeout. A lot of Warriors getting into the action. It's 19-12. Wahoo in front, 2:52 to play in the first half. We're back in 30 seconds on Saunders County Online.
Oil and Propane is continuing to be family run and owned for 60 years. OOP Inc. is your Wahoo supplier for gas, diesel, propane, oil, grease, and products for your yard and acreage, including seed, fertilizer, and sprays to help keep your lawn and pastures beautiful. Find them online at oopinkwahoo.com, call 402-443-3563, or stop by 3288 Ponderosa Drive. OOP Inc. serving for 60 years thanks to you.
Welcome back to state basketball tournament with Wahoo taking on Omaha Concordia right here on Saunders County Online and Wahoo Public Schools YouTube.
It's 19-12. Wahoo has outscored Omaha Concordia 8-3 here in this second quarter. Tyler, the defense for the Warriors really getting exactly what they want, forcing contested three-pointers by the right players for Concordia.
Yeah, and your game plan that you were talking about defensively kind of has come to fruition here. Wahoo playing zone and really making it tough on McCafferty. There's 2 to 3 guys in his vicinity at all times.
Thrasher has it down on the baseline, and that was Cody Hesser that went up in the air on the shot fake, and then Simons ducked underneath him, and Hesser kind of came down on top of him and sort of tumbled over him straight down on his back, and Cody's going to have to come out of the ball game. He's in a little bit of pain. Hopefully he's all right.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me, Brian, go ahead.
No, that was just to say they were replacing with Dylan Simons.
Oh, yeah, he landed right on his back. I think he'll be okay. Maybe got the wind knocked out of him is what it looked like to me.
He's up on his feet walking around behind the bench over there. We're going to get a foul called on the inbound. I'm not sure if it's going to be on Wahoo or not. It is going to be on the Warriors. They went in right underneath to McCafferty. Simons tried to knock it away, and he's going to get called for the foul. It's his second, and it's the team's third. And quickly into the game is going to be Eli Shada. He's going to replace Simons. Careful not to get his third personal. 2:39 left to play in the first half. See if the Mustangs try to get it inside to McCafferty. Instead, they go to Sunday on the right side elbow. Sunday to Shepard. Now back to Sunday out on the wing. Shada working in there, trying to establish position against McCafferty. Now it's Koulis with it. Back to Sunday in the corner. Shada and McCafferty still battling on that block.
Shada doing a great job on the defense down there.
Thrasher's going to shoot a 3 from up high. That's no good, and a foul's called on the rebound. This is going to go on Shada as McCafferty came down with the board. It's just a bigger body, Tyler, that was just able to establish position. Eli Shada with his second. It's the team's fourth.
That's a tough foul there, battling for position. Both players, as far as I could see, were going straight up for the ball. Unfortunately, Shada just maybe a little too much up in his business.
Concordia able to get the ball in. The next foul for Wahoo will send Concordia to the free throw line. Instead, it's a deep three-pointer. for Quentin McCafferty. He was 2 steps beyond the red college three-point line there. Makes it 19-15, under 2 minutes to play here in the first half.
Channeling his inner Tominaga on this Husker basketball court.
I think that Wahoo is okay with him taking that shot, though. Glock has it on the right side wing. Pull-up floater is no good. And McCafferty clears away the rebound. Minute 40 left. Warriors lead it by 4 here in the first half. Shepard will dribble it across the timeline, working against Elliott. Bounce pass to Koulis over on the right side wing. Now it's Sunday with it. He'll get the screen from McCafferty. Into the middle of the floor. Skips it far side to Koulis. Down inside to Thrasher. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Kaminsky. Jace Kaminsky hurries it into the front court. Into the middle of the free throw lane. Now he leaves it for Shada. Shot is blocked. Blocked there by McCafferty. A lot of contact, no foul, and the ball belongs to Concordia as they hurry it back to the other end. They tried to lob it inside to Sunday, and he lost it out of bounds. Tyler, the Warriors trying to pick up that third personal foul there by attacking McCafferty, and he's going to come off the floor as he'll be replaced by Kyle Schneider.
Yeah, that was a pretty good stint there for Concordia and McCafferty. He got plenty of playing time in there, didn't draw any more fouls, was close, arguable in places, but did a good job. Now he's going to get a little rest here.
Under a minute to play in the first half. Wahoo up by 4. Kaminsky with it in the right side corner. He'll dump it to Glock. Glock backing his way into the post. Leaves it for Shada. Shot is no good. Rebound is knocked around and controlled by Concordia.
This is where Wahoo has to take advantage down below. McCafferty's not in there.
35 seconds as the Mustangs bring it across the timeline. Now it's Koulis with it. And a foul away from the basketball. It's going to be called on Wahoo, I think. Might get Kyler Elliott, who was trying to fight around a screen, and that is going to send Jack Thrasher to the free throw line. For Elliott, it's his first. It's the team's 5th.
Yeah, Wahoo fans don't agree as Elliott ended up on the hardwood floor and Thrasher standing over him.
And we're at the Pinnacle Bank Arena, so the Wahoo fans are getting to see the replay on the board above us here as well as Thrasher hits his first free throw. He's now got 7 points. Barrett LaValle checks back in for Wahoo. Johannes back in for Concordia. Second free throw for Thrasher is good. The Warriors' lead has been trimmed down to 2. It's 19-17. Wahoo content to walk it to half court. 25 seconds left in the half. They may hold this for the final shot here, Tyler, and ensure at least a 2-point lead into halftime.
Yeah, and I think at this point, Wahoo will go into the halftime locker room very pleased with how the first half played out here and look to build on that here for the second half. I think their game plan's worked out very nicely for them thus far.
10 seconds left. Glock into the corner. Three-pointer on the way for Elliott. No good. The rebound is put back up and in.
Wow. I think that's going to count.
Jace Kaminsky caught that ball in the air about 10 feet up the free throw lane, shot it at the same time, and they're going to count it. It's 21-17. Wahoo will take a 4-point lead into the halftime break.
Wow, what a play by Kaminsky. The wherewithal to know that he had about 0.3 of a second to jump up, put that ball back up without landing on the ground, and he nailed that shot. Impressive.
21-17, Wahoo leads it by 4. We'll step away for a couple of minutes. We'll add up the halftime stats. We'll come back and recap the first half here on Saunders County Online.
South Haven Living Center in Wahoo is a proud sponsor of this broadcast. Recognized as a great place to work, the folks at South Haven know the importance of teamwork and the reward that comes from serving older adults. If you're looking for senior care or a rewarding career with a Nebraska-based company, give them a call or check them out online, southaven-wahoo.com. Wahoo State Bank gives you the home team advantage. From the beginning of your financial experience with Penny Partners, Kids Club with Richie Rover, to student checking for those age 15 through 25, offering a variety of benefits that make banking easy when you're home or away, or if you're looking to finance the future home. Wahoo State Bank has the home team to work with you through life. Member FDIC.
Lent season is here at the Wahoo DQ. We have a wild Alaskan fish sandwich. Get it in a meal with fries and a drink. We have a popcorn shrimp basket, which includes fries and a cocktail sauce. And finish your meal with a cool treat. Sundaes, blizzards, malts, and shakes are everyone's favorites. Stop in or order yours ahead using the DQ app, and we'll have it ready when you arrive. The Wahoo DQ, located at 1122 North Chestnut in Wahoo. Lent season is here.
Wahoo, Jerry Johnson, wants to wish all boys at state basketball tournament this weekend good luck. But of course, to the Wahoo Warriors, go blue and bring home the gold.
The outcome of a legal case can have long-lasting ramifications on your finances, quality of life, and community standing. Choosing the right law firm to represent your interests and your rights is of the utmost importance. The law offices of Brome, Lindell, Freeman County, and Gloucester traces its history of providing legal services to residents of eastern Nebraska back to 1893. So give us a call at 402-443-3225 or stop into our office in downtown Wahoo, Nebraska today.
At Medicine Man Pharmacy, we aspire to be the pharmacy provider confidently chosen by our clients for their family's everyday health needs because of our expertise, integrity, and honestly, consistently exceeding their expectations. Reliability, bright spot, value, integrity, community building, and so much more can be found at Medicine Man Pharmacy of Wahoo.
Stop at First Bank of Nebraska to get our new Wahoo Warrior branded debit card. Every transaction gives back to Wahoo Public Schools. All you need is a First Bank of Nebraska checking account and ask for the Warrior card. For more information, go to firstbankne.com. First Bank of Nebraska, serving our communities, investing in you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hot Oil and Propane is continuing to be family run and owned for 60 years. OOP Inc. is your Wahoo supplier for gas, diesel, propane, oil, grease, and products for your yard and acreage, including seed, fertilizer, and sprays to help keep your lawn and pastures beautiful. Find them online at oopinkwahoo.com, call 402-443-3563, or stop by 3288 Ponderosa Drive. OOP Inc. serving for 60 years thanks to you.
It's halftime at state basketball tournament going on at the Pinnacle Bank Arena in Fremont, in Omaha, Nebraska. Lincoln, Nebraska.
There you go.
I broadcast from all over the place, so I'm trying to figure out where I'm at today. But we have a great battle going on between the Wahoo Warriors and the Omaha Concordia Mustangs right here on Saunders County Online and Wahoo Public Schools YouTube.
And right now at halftime, the number 5 Warriors leading the number 1 Omaha Concordia Mustangs by 4 points. It's 21-17. Let's recap the scoring very quickly here for both teams. Marcus Glock leads the way for Wahoo. He's got 6. Dylan Simons with 4. Jace Kaminsky with 4. And Eli Shada with 4. Cody Hesser has 3. The Warriors scored 11 in the first quarter, 10 in the second quarter, and they are 4 out of 4 from the free throw line. For Omaha Concordia, just 3 players in the scorebooks. Quentin McCaffrey and Jack Thrasher each have 7, and then Jackson Shepard chipped in 3 with a 3-pointer in that second quarter. Concordia scored 9 in the first quarter and 8 points in the second quarter. And Tyler, for Wahoo, you mentioned it just a couple of minutes ago, they've got to feel pretty good about the way that first half went. They had some larger leads, led by 6 or 7, I think, at one point. Concordia able to trim it back down, but for Wahoo, you got a 4-point lead at halftime. Really, you've been defensively, you've been able to do what you wanted to do here, and you got to feel pretty good.
Oh, absolutely. I think they have to feel excellent about the game plan coming in. They've managed to keep the ball out of Quentin McCafferty's hands as much as possible. Eli Shada working his tail off down under the hoop to work for position against McCafferty. And then so they're doing a great job defensively, keeping him in check. And then on the offensive side for Wahoo, really they're just kind of going right after him. If they can draw some contact, head to the line, good. And you could see early on they got him in a little bit of foul trouble. Where is he sitting? Two personal going into halftime. So things have kind of calmed down. But right away in the first quarter, Wahoo went hard at him, got him in foul trouble early on, and then when he was out, they did a good job of attacking the boards. They got a lot of rebounds, a lot of second, third chance layups that they took advantage of. So far, things are going probably as well for Wahoo as they could have hoped.
Yeah, and I think really for the Warriors, what's impressed me the most is defensively. I thought for sure they would have to come out in a zone without having somebody, 6 inches taller to at least match up closely to McCafferty. But you mentioned as well, a ton of credit.
Secrets about it. They pass it around the perimeter, really try to work it into McCafferty, and Wahoo's done great so far. But be careful if you're Wahoo, because Carter Sunday hasn't even scored yet, or Drew Koulis. Now, if you look, Carter Sunday had 12 points, Drew Koulis 14 points just yesterday. Those guys are some of the leading scorers. So, Wahoo's doing a great job of slowing down the big guy, but just make sure you don't leave the backside open for a wide open three. I could see Concordia maybe trying to change things up and going that route.
Yeah, and the other last thing here defensively for Wahoo, they've done an okay job staying out of foul trouble. Now, Dylan Simons has 2, and Eli Shada also has 2, and those are the guys that have been mostly focused on slowing down McCafferty. And if one of those gets 3 or unfortunately 4 in that third quarter, you really could see a focused effort by Concordia to start pounding it inside there. But the Warriors have done a nice job. And then offensively, it's just been man-to-man defense for Concordia, and Wahoo has just patiently worked the ball around. They really have missed a few shots inside that they normally would make. First shot attempts or offensive putback attempts. It's not a stretch to say that it's a 4-point lead. This could be 8 or 10, really, without a few more or with a few more of those makes. Offensively, does Wahoo need to change anything from your opinion?
Well, I think they're doing pretty well so far. They're getting a lot of good looks, high percentage shots close to the basket. They really are. They're not much of a three-point shooting team, as you can tell. I think they only made 1 yesterday, and I don't even know that they've really they made 1, I believe, to open the game. But other than that, I think it appears Wahoo's offense runs the best when Glock is a facilitator first, when he's looking to facilitate, and then if the opportunity is there and the opening is there, drive to the hoop and let his athleticism and body control take over. But when Wahoo's really running smooth, I feel like when Glock is looking to pass first and score second. So I would like to see maybe a little bit more of that. He's such a good ball handler, and Glock's, basketball IQ, I mentioned that before halftime, but his IQ's off the charts, so keep the ball in his hands, let him work off the pick, let him decide if he wants to drive and kick or what he wants to do. I think Wahoo, that's going to be the secret to Wahoo's success.
They haven't been afraid to drive in and attack the big man McCafferty inside. We'll see if they continue the same approach here in the second half. Both teams are out of their halftime locker rooms, going through their second half shoot around. We've got about a minute 45 seconds before we start the third quarter, so we'll step away again. We'll send it back to commercial for our sponsors. When we come back, we'll have the start of quarter number 3 here on Saunders County Online.
Rivalry Apparel Headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays and Fridays 10 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to noon. Need custom apparel for your team or business? Give us a call, 402-870-0780. The team at Rivalry want to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan. Rivalry
South
Apparel.
Haven Living Center in Wahoo is a proud sponsor of this broadcast. Recognized as a great place to work, the folks at South Haven know the importance of teamwork and the reward that comes from serving older adults. If you're looking for senior care or a rewarding career with a Nebraska-based company, give them a call or check them out online, southaven-wahoo.com.
Welcome back to the Pinnacle Bank Arena in Lincoln, Nebraska. It is the Wahoo Warriors taking on Omaha Concordia State basketball right here on Saunders County Online and Wahoo Public Schools YouTube.
And we're ready to start the second half. It will be Warriors basketball to start the third quarter. And both teams, as you would imagine, with all their starters out there. Quentin McCafferty is the only player with more than 1 foul for Concordia. He has 2. It's 21-17 to start the third quarter. Ball will be thrown in. Kyler Elliott has it in the backcourt. He'll bring it across the timeline. Man-to-man defense again here for Concordia. Elliott out up high with it. Trying to get it to Glock. Now he'll go over to the left side of the floor, to Hesser. Hesser to Simons. Simons, far side. Hesser thought about the three. Now in the corner with it is Shada. Shada guarded out there by McCafferty. Hands off to Elliott, back to Shada. Long two-point shot is no good. Rebound controlled by the Mustangs. Thrasher came down with it. He'll hand off to Carter Sunday. Sunday working against Glock as he brings it across the timeline. Now McCafferty shoots the three. That's in and out, no good. He's comfortable shooting that shot. I think the Warriors are okay letting him have it. He's 1 out of 4 from the arc. Back the other way, Simons inside to Shada. Got McCafferty off his feet, didn't shoot the shot, kicked it out instead. Now McCafferty with the rebound out in the missed three-point attempt by Hesser.
Yeah, McCafferty has a nice touch on his shot for a big guy. But again, low percentage shots. If you're Wahoo, you'll let him take that all day long if he can clean up the glass.
Koulis gets it on the right side corner to McCafferty. He'll skip it all the way to the near side to Sunday. As Tyler said, scoreless so far here in this ball game. Now it's Thrasher with it, working against Simons. Hands off to Koulis near the top of the key. Into the corner again to McCafferty. Dumps it down inside to Thrasher. Now Shepard for three on the left corner. That's no good. Warriors have the rebound. Cody Hesser grabbed it. Now he got it off to Marcus Glock, who brings it across the timeline. Into the right side corner. Now Shada with it on the block against McCafferty. Back out to Glock at the top of the key. Marcus waiting for a screen. Now he's got a screen. He'll drive. Hands off to Elliott. Now around the perimeter to Hesser on the left corner. Back to Elliott on the left wing. To the high post. Back to Elliott again. Now Shada on the baseline. Everybody has touched it here on this possession. Simons to the right side elbow. His shot is blocked. Got it back. Handed off to Glock, who will drive inside. Shot's good, and he's fouled. Yeah. The lefty takes it into the left block. Tyler draws the contact, count the bucket, and one.
Yeah, sorry, Brian. Great choice by Glock there. As Concordia's defense was on their game. Wahoo not getting much of a look. Glock saw a little opening, and he took it.
It's the first basket of the second half for either team. 2 minutes and 2 seconds have gone by. Glock will try to complete the three-point play, and he does. Marcus now has 9 points in the ballgame. Wahoo's lead's now 7, 24-17. A little less than 6 minutes to play here in the third quarter, and that made basket does allow the Warriors to set up this three-quarter court 1-3-1 press. Warriors, as the ball is brought across the timeline, are staying in this zone. Up high with it is Shepard. Now Koulis with it, wants to lob it inside. He gets it to McCafferty. He grabs it and puts it up and in. Easiest basket of the game for Quentin McCafferty. He's now got 9 points as well. Wahoo's lead is 5, 24-19. In the corner with it is Hesser. Up high to Shada. Working on the dribble against McCafferty. He'll drive and kick it out to Elliott. Elliott into the free throw lane. Little floater off the mark, no good. McCafferty with another rebound.
Not a bad shot selection there. Just couldn't get that one to fall from point-blank range.
Warriors have a couple of players now, 3 players at the scorer's table waiting to check in as Koulis has it for Concordia. Out up high, working against Elliott. His pass is tipped and taken away. Good hands there by Dylan Simons to the other end. Simons inside, reverse layup. No, got his own rebound. Now it's poked away and loose, and we're going to get a foul in the backcourt. That's going to go against Eli Shada. It's unfortunate for Shada. That'll be his third, but I guess it's a good foul because Concordia was just about to get a run out and a layup or a dunk, probably by Quentin McCafferty, who was trailing the play.
Yeah, good play there by Simons. Like I said, the guy is all over the place. Unfortunately, just couldn't finish around the rim there.
Kaminsky, Brigham, and LaValle all check in for Wahoo. Simons and Glock are the only 2 starters that remain on the floor. 4:50 left to play in the third. Warriors up 24-19 as Koulis brings it back across the timeline for Concordia. Goes inside there to McCafferty. His shot's up and good. McCafferty established the post position. They lobbed it into him. No help from the backside that time, and that makes the score 24-21. Now as Wahoo goes back to work on the offensive end. Simons with it in the right side corner. Up high to Glock. Marcus on the dribble. Gets into the inside of the three-point line. Now back out to Kaminsky on the right side wing. Kaminsky to the middle of the floor. Back to the right side to LaValle. He'll drive inside. His shot, was a ball that was knocked into the hands of Simons, and Simons is fouled. He's going to go to the free throw line. Foul's going to be called on Jackson Shepard. It's his second. It's also the second for Concordia in the third quarter. And Dylan Simons is headed to the line for the Warriors to shoot 2 with 4:08 left in the third.
Yeah, things are getting pretty aggressive down in the land of rebounds there. Wahoo just needs to do a good job of going up strong with it, as Concordia is really going for the blocks, and a lot of fouls to be had out there.
Simons made the first and the second, so he's got 6 now in the ball game. Wahoo's lead is back to 5, 26-21, 4:05 left to play here in the third. Kulis, the point guard, brings it across the timeline. He'll drive it all the way down inside. That's a charge, you bet. He ran right into the chest of Barrett LaValle. For Kulis, that'll be his second. Omaha Concordia now with 3 team fouls. Just past the midway point here of the third. And Wahoo with an opportunity to extend their 5-point lead. Dylan Simons brings it across the timeline, hands off to Glock. At the top of the key, Marcus into the corner. Now it's Kaminsky with it. Into the middle of the floor. He hands off to Simons at the free throw line. Steps in, little floater. It is good. Boy, it almost looked like it was going to roll off the rim, but it fell down. Dylan's got 8, and the lead for Wahoo is back to 7, 28-21. 3:30 left to play in the third quarter. 3-pointer on the way for Sunday. That's off the mark, no good. But Thrasher steals away the offensive rebound. His follow is no good. Kulis with the board. He'll try. That's off the mark. We've got bodies all over the floor. Barrett LaValle's holding his face. He took a shot to the face, and the foul is going to be called on Wahoo. It's going to go on Dylan Simons.
That's an unfortunate call, Simon. That truly was a clean block there, I thought anyway, from my point of view. Unfortunately, Simon's going to be the guilty one there, charged with the penalty and the foul.
Looks like LaValle is okay. He stays in the game. Drew Kulis at the line for Concordia. He makes the first. Cody Hesser will check back in for Wahoo. We've got a sub at the table. It's Kyle Schneider waiting to check in for Concordia. The officials have given the ball to Drew Kulis. I think Schneider was confused about who he was coming in for. They thought for a while he was coming in for Kulis. He actually is going to replace Jackson Shepard. So now he's into the game. Kyle Schneider, 6-foot senior. We saw him in the first half. Kulis with one more free throw. That's good. He makes them both. That's his first 2 points of the game. Wahoo back to a 5-point lead, 28-23, 3 minutes and 15 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Brigham with it in the right side corner. It's it to Kaminsky. Back to Brigham, who's now out up high around the perimeter to Hesser on the left wing. Hesser with a ball fake, now puts it on the deck. Right side to Kaminsky. Now to Glock. Marcus just outside of the three-point line. A few dribbles back, now working to his left, all the way to the baseline. Pull-up jumper is good. That's a tough shot. Glock now has 11 in the ball game. Extends the lead back to 7, 30-23. 2 minutes and 40 seconds now here in the third. Carter Sunday up high to Thrasher. Wanted to go inside. Instead it's Schneider for 3. That is good. Kyle Schneider with his first basket, maybe his first shot attempt of the ball game, makes it 30-26. Just past the 2:30 mark here in the third as Glock brings it back into the offensive end for Wahoo. Inside against McCafferty. His shot was blocked out of bounds. I don't know, Tyler, looked like I don't think they called a foul. Probably could have, but instead it's out of bounds. It's Wahoo ball.
Yeah, you know, McCafferty's just so large. Glock went in and created a little contact there, but McCafferty was straight up in the air. I think that was a good call.
So the Warriors will keep it. They'll throw it in on the baseline. Kaminsky underneath his own basket, looking to lob it in. Finally has to go out up high. It's LaValle with it. Now he'll get it off to Glock with 2:15. Glock working to his left, into the corner. Now Kaminsky's got it. Back up high, LaValle. Deep three-pointer, front rim, no good. Rebound is tipped and brought down by Drew Kulis. 2 minutes left to play in the third. And Kulis will walk it across the timeline. Picked up there by Brigham at the top of the key. Now it's Thrasher with it. Thrasher here to the near side. That's McCafferty, the younger McCafferty. His three is off the rim, no good. The rebound is pulled down by the Warriors. An offensive rebound actually by Schneider, missed it. And then Marcus Glock cleared away the defensive glass. 95 seconds left in the quarter as Glock walks it back across half court. He'll hand off to Hesser. out near the right sideline. Hesser to the middle of the floor. Now it's Glock with it on the right wing. Glock driving inside. His dribble is poked away, and a reaching foul is going to be called on Kyle Schneider. It'll be his first personal and the team's fourth. So an inbound coming here for Wahoo. 3 new bodies back in for the Warriors. Simons, Shada, and Elliott checking back in for Wahoo. And we will see Quentin McCafferty take a seat for minute 24 left to play. Let's see if the Warriors attack inside here. They'll lob it up high to Elliott. Now Glock has it at the elbow. Marcus working down inside. Shot is no good. A block and a foul is going to be called. I think they're going to get Thrasher. Nope, excuse me. Looks like Jackson Shepard picks up the foul. It's his third. It's the team's fifth. Marcus Glock back to the free throw line. Tyler did a good job initiating the contact. Now let's see if he can convert at the line.
I was going to say Wahoo did exactly what you were thinking, driving right into the lane as soon as McCafferty takes a seat on the bench. That's exactly what they need to do.
Marcus makes the first free throw. He now has 6 points in the quarter and 12 in the ball game. Wahoo's lead is 5, 31-26. Second free throw for Glock is also good. So he gets them both. Minute 18 left to play in the quarter as Carter Sunday checks back in, and Jace Kaminsky returns for Wahoo. He'll replace Eli Shada. Try to keep him from potentially picking up a fourth foul here. Shada and Simons each with 3 personals.
Yeah, and I think with McCafferty sitting down, that gives Shada a chance to rest.
Koulis for 3, no good. Simons has the rebound, and now the Warriors, with a minute 5 left in the third, can extend their lead a little further. Hesser on the right side wing, thought about the 3, instead goes inside to Simons. He puts it up, no good. Got his own rebound, then it was stripped away.
That's unfortunate. Wide open look for Simons, just a little too hard off the glass.
Maybe Russia probably was so surprised that he was as wide open as he was. Schneider has it, dumps it down inside to Thrasher, working against Simons. Now a double team. Thrasher has it poked away. Ball's loose in the free throw lane. Thrasher got it back, and then I think a timeout was called by Ken Koulis with 36.4 seconds left. It's a 30-second timeout. Tyler, we can keep it right here. That's okay. Warriors lead it by 6, 32-26. What's Wahoo need to do here defensively to close out the quarter?
Well, so we'll see if McCafferty comes back in here after this timeout. There is only 36 seconds left, so we'll see if they let him get another breather. But Wahoo's doing great so far on defense. They're covering all the passing lanes. I think they just kind of got to continue doing what they're doing here. I mean, Concordia is really having a tough time running a good set play here. So Wahoo and McCafferty is coming back out on the court. So I'm sure this will be a design play here for McCafferty.
Got to watch the lob here. There'll be a baseline inbound, and a 6'10 McCafferty is parked right underneath the rim. 36.4 seconds left in the third. It's 32-26. Wahoo with the lead. Drew Koulis will throw it in. Eli Shada is right in the chest of Quentin McCafferty. Another inbound is tipped and taken away by Simons with the steal. Simons up ahead to Shada, now in the corner. Glock for 3. That's off the rim. No good. That would have been huge. Rebound controlled by Koulis. And now Concordia with 20 seconds left in the third quarter will probably try to hold it for the final shot.
Yeah, wide open look for Glock at the three-point line. Probably doesn't miss those real often.
10 seconds left now as Carter Sunday works out near midcourt. Gets a high screen from McCafferty, working over to his right. Now it's Koulis with it. Back to McCafferty. He'll drive to the free throw lane. A little floater. That's off the mark. No good. And Concordia not able to get a shot at the buzzer. The Warriors will take a 6-point lead into the fourth quarter. It's 32-26. We're back in 60 seconds on Saunders County Online.
The outcome of a legal case can have long-lasting ramifications on your finances, quality of life, and community standing. Choosing the right law firm to represent your interests and your rights is of the utmost importance. The law offices of Brome, Lindell, Freeman County, and Gloucester traces its history of providing legal services to residents of eastern Nebraska back to 1893. So give us a call at 402-443-3225 or stop into our office in downtown Wahoo, Nebraska today.
At Medicine Man Pharmacy, we aspire to be the pharmacy provider confidently chosen by our clients for their family's everyday health needs because of our expertise, integrity, and honestly, consistently exceeding their expectations. Reliability, bright spot, value, integrity, community building, and so much more can be found at Medicine Man Pharmacy of Wahoo.
3 periods down, it's state basketball as Wahoo takes on Omaha Concordia right here on Saunders County Online.
It'll be Concordia basketball to start the fourth quarter. Wahoo leads it 32-26. Concordia gets it into Carter Sunday. Sunday will hand it off out up high to Thrasher. Now in the corner to Shepard. Skips it far side to Kulis. Warriors sticking with the man-to-man defense here. That's been their staple of their half-court defense here in this ball game. They've outscored Concordia by 2 points in each quarter. Now we're gonna get a foul call. That's gonna be on Dylan Simons. That is his fourth as he tried to come up with a steal on the post-entry pass there. Dylan's probably gonna have to come out of the ball game, and we will quickly see Barrett LaValle to the scorers table.
Yeah, and you want to keep Dylan Simons in the game as long as you possibly can. As I mentioned, fills up every statistical category.
He's the second leading scorer at the moment for Wahoo with 8 points, but he's out now. Thrasher has the inbounds up high. His three-pointer is good. Jack Thrasher with his first basket since the first quarter. He's got 10 now in the ball game. That cuts Wahoo's lead down to 3. 32-29 as Glock brings it into the offensive end for the Warriors. Up high to Shada. Will go around the perimeter. This is Hesser with it. Back out near midcourt on the dribble. Now Glock. Guarded by Thrasher, calling for a screen from Shada. Wants to get switched onto and matched up against McCafferty and does. Pull-up jumper is no good. The rebound is tipped out of bounds. They will say last touched by Omaha Concordia. That helped that that McCafferty had come out to guard Glock at the free throw line, Tyler. There was nobody there for the defensive rebound.
Yeah, Glock does a good job of drawing a lot of attention there, and he did just that.
Glock will take the inbound from Hesser out near midcourt. 1 minute gone here in the fourth. Marcus working to his right. Gets it to Shada out on that right side wing. Eli hands it right back to Glock. Driving down to the middle of that defense. Now around the perimeter. This is Elliott with it. Back to Glock in the left side corner. To Shada, right back to Glock on the left wing. Marcus working against McCafferty. Well, left-hand shot's up and good. He created a little space with a right hand, sort of a little shove there. The officials have been letting that go, and Glock with his first bucket of the fourth quarter extends the lead back out to 5. It's 34-29 for Wahoo. Sunday with it for the Mustangs, driving into the free throw lane. Pull-up floater is good. Carter Sunday, Tyler, with his first bucket of the ball game.
Yeah, surprising. He's one of their leading scorers on the regular season.
Averages 9 points a game. It's his first 2. It's back to a 3-point lead for Wahoo, 34-31. Hesser with it in the corner for the Warriors. Around the perimeter, LaValle back down to the baseline. This is Hesser with it. LaValle, now Elliott around the 3-point line. It goes to Glock. He'll pull up at the free throw line, try to draw the contact. No whistle call, but we're going to get a foul call on the rebound. That's unfortunate for Wahoo because I think that's going to be on Eli Shada. That will be his fourth. So Shada with 4, Simons with 4. The Warriors are going to have to kind of piecemeal this thing here defensively, I think, to get to the end of this ball game. As Kaminsky checks back in, they'll leave Shada on the floor. Let's see if Concordia spots that and tries to get McCafferty matched up against him. 5:45 left in the fourth quarter here. It's 34-31 Wahoo. Kulis across the timeline. Gets it underneath there to Shepard. Tried to lob it into the hands of McCafferty. Threw it a little bit too high. Hard to believe for a 6'10 player, but over his reach and out of bounds. It's Wahoo basketball.
Kind of a perplexing pass there. I thought Jackson Shepard was kind of wide open himself just a couple feet from the basket.
I think it was just a directly set play. Hey, let's get a lob inside to McCafferty, and Shepard didn't want to deviate from that. Now Hesser has it for Wahoo at the top of the key to the free throw line. Kicks it into the corner to Kaminsky. Back up high to Shepard. To Hesser, Hesser guarded by Shepard. Now it's Kaminsky with it. Left side wing. Inside there to Glock. Drives inside. His shot is blocked by McCafferty. He's really done a nice job there. Even coming from the help side, I think that is his 5th or 6th block of the ball game. Haven't kept track. to the scores table for the Warriors is Dylan Simons. So he'll check back in with 4, and Barrett LaValle will head to the bench.
Yeah, the last few possessions, Brian, Glock has went right after McCafferty and managed to get a couple baskets out of it. Hasn't drawn a foul quite yet, but doing a nice job of being aggressive in the lane. There's one.
Speaking of aggressive, Glock on the inbounds on the attack. The foul is going to send Marcus to the free throw line. I'm not sure who the Mustang was that's going to be called for it. It looks like Jack Thrasher. It's his third personal, and the first on Concordia here in the fourth quarter with 5:02 left in the fourth. Glock at the line shooting 2. Other than the second quarter, Marcus has just been a steady point scorer for Wahoo in this ballgame. He had 6 in the first quarter. He scored 7 in the third quarter. And now he's scored 4 here in the fourth quarter after those 2 made free throws. That adds up to 17 points, I think.
That's what I have as well.
3 minutes gone here in this fourth quarter. Warriors back up by 5. Sunday thought about the three-pointer. McCafferty will shoot it. That is off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound is fought for, tipped out of bounds. Boy, they'll say last touch by Wahoo, so it will be Concordia basketball. That's really an offensive rebound that you can't allow with McCafferty out at the top of the key shooting the 3. Warriors going to wish they would have corralled that one, I think. 4:47 left. A couple of players tying up their shoelaces here. That's the reason for the stoppage in play, as now Jackson Shepard will throw it in. He gets it inside to Sunday. Sunday missed it. The rebound is taken down, and now a jump ball is called. Boy, Dylan Simons grabbed that rebound. I thought he had it. McCafferty reached in and tied him up. The officials, fortunately for Wahoo, called the tie-up instead of a foul on Simons trying to get it back. So they avoid that. The the alternating arrow does favor Wahoo. So they'll have it with 4.5 minutes left to play here in the fourth quarter as Glock brings it back across the timeline. Down into the corner to Kaminsky on the left side. Kaminsky out up high to Shada. 36-31 your score. Wahoo being patient with the 5-point lead. They'll run through, and there's a reaching foul. Finally, they're going to get the third foul on McCafferty as Glock tried to drive around him. So Quentin McCafferty picks up his third personal. It's only the second team foul, so really Concordia is in pretty good shape here, Tyler.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Ken Koulis would like to tell McCafferty, hey, that's a little too far out of the three-point line. McCafferty probably needs to stick a little closer to the hoop.
Kaminsky trying to find somebody to throw it into. He's going to lob it all the way out near midcourt. The long arms of Cody Hesser went up high to grab a jump ball, so Wahoo in a bit of a danger zone there, able to get it in. Now they can run through their offense. It's Glock with it at the top of the key. Marcus to his right. Nice bounce pass to Shada. His shot is no good. That's going to be a charge. That's going to be his 5th. Drew Koulis slid in front of him. Eli Shada tried to jump straight up, but he has just fouled out of the ball game.
Yeah, hard to tell. I couldn't see if he had his feet planted or not. That was down on the other end of the court. Eli Shada came in hot. So that's a tough call. That'll end his afternoon, or this morning, I guess, for Shada. But a fantastic effort from Shada, being basically the guy to handle McCafferty today.
So 4 minutes left to play in the fourth quarter. Eli Shada takes a seat. It's 36-31. They go right inside to McCafferty. He's guarded by Hesser this time. Now Thrasher's going to shoot the 3. That's off the mark, no good. Nice box out by Hesser as McCafferty tried to get the offensive board. The rebound comes down to Simons, but Hesser did a good job getting a body on the much bigger McCafferty. 3:35 left as the Warriors start their offense. With a 5-point lead, like I said, Tyler, Wahoo can be very, very patient here. They'll get a lot of ball screens, moving the ball back and forth. Glock has it out near midcourt. He's guarded at the moment by Thrasher. Marcus working to his left, gets it to Hesser in the corner. Hesser will bring it back out near midcourt. He's guarded by McCafferty, has him all the way out past the three-point line. Smart play there by Hesser. Probably could have went all the way to the basket as he got around McCafferty, but he hit the brakes. Instead, Wahoo is going to continue to run clock. 3 minutes left to play as Glock now will drive inside against McCafferty. Shot blocked, and a whistle and a foul, Tyler. That'll be the 4th on Quentin McCafferty.
And that's what Wahoo is looking to do, I'm pretty sure, get McCafferty into a position where he has to try and make a block.
They got the big man out on the perimeter. Glock and Hesser really not a fair matchup for him out there. Either one of them can go around him. Marcus got the foul. He's at the line shooting 2 with 2:57 left. First one is good. Warriors lead is 6, 37-31.
Yeah, and with under 3 minutes to go now, you can tell Wahoo's offense is really slowing things down here, trying to bleed that clock with no stop shot clock here in Class C.
Glock gets them both. 2, 4, 6, 8. He's 9 for 9 at the free throw line. He's got 19 points, I believe. 38-31, 2:50 left to play. Carter Sunday is checked back into the ball game for Concordia. He fires a jumper. That's off the mark. No good. We're going to get a reaching foul called on Drew Kulis as Cody Hesser came down with the rebound. Concordia trying to create some havoc and some turnovers. It's only the team's 4th, so no shooting foul yet. Wahoo will throw it in. Tyler, we're probably going to see some full court pressure here with 2:45 left, and the Warriors now with a 7-point lead.
Yeah, 7-point deficit, under 3 minutes to go here. Concordia really in a position where they're going to just have to go full court press and create some turnovers. Otherwise, Wahoo will bleed this clock.
And the Warriors get it into Marcus Glock. He draws the contact. That's going to be on Jack Thrasher. That is his 4th. And good news for Wahoo. That'll send Glock back to the free throw line. Team's 5th. So Quinton McCafferty has 4. Jack Thrasher has 4. Glock got the line shooting 2 more with 2:40 left. First one is good.
Yeah, and those are realistically the 2 leaders of the team. Thrasher and McCafferty, that is, both in foul trouble.
One more free throw coming here for Marcus Glock. That one is good. 11 for 11 in the ball game at the line. And a timeout's going to be taken by Kevin Sheaf. 2:40 left. His Warriors lead it by 9, their largest lead of the ball game. We're back in 30 seconds on Saunders County Online.
Stop at First Bank of Nebraska to get our new Wahoo Warrior branded debit card. Every transaction gives back to Wahoo Public Schools. All you need is a First Bank of Nebraska checking account and ask for the Warrior card. For more information, go to firstbankne.com. First Bank of Nebraska, serving our communities, investing in you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
It's 4th period action of high school state basketball. Wahoo taking on Omaha Concordia right here on Saunders County Online and Wahoo Public YouTube.
40-31 your score, 2 minutes and 40 seconds left here in this semifinal. Wahoo with a 9-point lead, and Omaha Concordia has the basketball. Mustangs will bring it across the timeline. Wahoo picking them up at midcourt. Drew Kulis to his right. He'll drive it all the way down inside. Shot no good. Simons with the rebound for the Warriors. Passes up ahead to Hesser. Hesser back to Simons after they cross half court. Now Dillon trying to avoid the foul here. Finally gets it into the hands of Kyler Elliott, and Elliott will be fouled. I think Tyler Concordia said, let's foul anybody not named Marcus Glock. Jackson Shepard commits his 4th personal.
Yeah, they definitely had a couple suspects in mind. If the ball lands in these couple guys' hands, let's hurry up and put a foul on them.
So Elliott will head to the line. He's scoreless in the ball game. First free throw attempt is short, no good. That's the first free throw that Wahoo has missed today. At that point, they were 15 out of 15, 11 of them coming from Marcus Glock.
And I know we touched on it yesterday, Glock leading the state in free throws.
Second free throw for Elliott, rimmed in and out, so the score stays the same. 2:15 left. It's 40-31. McCafferty has the ball out up high, guarded by Elliott. Trying to create a little bit of space there. He fires a deep 3. It's no good. Hesser with the rebound. He'll get it back into the hands of Marcus Glock. Glock's going to be fouled in the backcourt. That's 5 on Jack Thrasher.
Yep, that'll end Thrasher's afternoon here today, it looks like. The 6'4" junior, and at this point, with 2 minutes to go, down by 9, that may end Thrasher's season here potentially as well.
Averages 12 points per game, and he's going to finish with 10. And Concordia is going to call a timeout before Marcus Glock shoots his first free throw. Minute 59 left. Warriors lead it by 9. We'll step away for 30 seconds. We'll be back. Saunders County Online.
Wahoo State Bank gives you the home team advantage. From the beginning of your financial experience with Penny Partners, Kids Club with Richie Rover, to student checking for those age 15 through 25, offering a variety of benefits that make banking easy when you're home or away, or if you're looking to finance the future home. Wahoo State Bank has the home team to work with you through life. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to fourth period action of boys state basketball tournament from the Pinnacle Bank Arena. It's Wahoo taking on Omaha Concordia on Saunders County Online and Wahoo Public YouTube.
And the Warriors are 1 minute and 59 seconds away from qualifying for their first state championship game since 2018, where they were the C1 state champions. They lead it 40-31. One of Concordia's main scorers, Jack Thrasher, has fouled out of the ball game. Marcus Glock at the line for Wahoo, shooting 2. He's got 21 points so far. He could give his team a double-digit lead for the first time if he makes either of these 2 free throws. First one is good. That's a 10-point lead now for Wahoo, 41-31.
Glock averaging almost 24 points a game, right on track, sitting at 22 right now.
Gets the second one as well. 13 out of 13 from the foul line. Boy, that's very, very impressive. We talked about it yesterday, an 88% free throw shooter. Now Concordia going to have to hurry here on the offensive end. Schneider wants to go down inside. He does, gets it right back, fires a 3 from the corner. That's good. Big 3 by Kyle Schneider. Cuts Wahoo's lead, and now a turnover in the backcourt. I was about to say cuts Wahoo's lead to 8. The Warriors got it into the backcourt to Kyler Elliott. His feet came out from under him, and he fell to the hardwood, so that's a travel. It's Concordia basketball. This game's certainly still not over. 1 minute and 39 seconds left. 42-34 your score. McCafferty will throw it in, up high to Schneider. Now it's Shepard with it inside to McCafferty. He puts it up and in. Quentin McCafferty makes this a 6-point game, Tyler. All of a sudden, 42-36. The turnover for Wahoo leads to an easy basket, and Quentin McCafferty now has 13 points in the ballgame, which is right at his season average. There's a full timeout, but I think it's okay to keep it right here. Minute 32 left. I think if you're Wahoo, this is a no-brainer. You try to get the ball into Marcus Glock and force Concordia to foul him. If you get it across half court, run as much time as you can off the clock. 6 points to Concordia feels a lot different than being down by 11 just 20 seconds ago.
Yeah, you knew Concordia was obviously going to get the possession, get the ball back, a timeout, run a set play. They did just that, scored. Really where it kind of went off track there was the travel call, give Concordia the ball back immediately. But, you know, Wahoo's still up 6, a minute and a half to go. Concordia's still in that position where Wahoo could run a lot of time off the clock here, and they're going to have to choose when to foul.
Warriors are going to have to make their free throws as Kyler Elliott gets set to throw it in. He gets it into Simons. Now right back to Elliott. Back to Dylan Simons. Up to midcourt before he could get rid of it. Simons is going to be fouled by Carter Sunday. And for Sunday, it's his first personal. He's the right guy to commit a foul if you're Concordia. Jackson Shepard has 4, Quentin McCafferty has 4, and Drew Kulis has 3. That will put Dylan Simons at the line. He'll shoot 2 big free throws here. First one is good. That's huge because that makes it a 3-possession game effectively, as Wahoo now leads it by 7, 43-36. The 6'4 junior will shoot one more. That's also good. He's got 10 points now. Minute 25 left. Concordia with the basketball. Warriors up by 8. Kulis with it. He'll drive inside against Kaminsky. Back out up high. That's Sunday with it. Well defended there by Wahoo. Not allowing an easy 3-point attempt. Now it's inside. McCafferty, turnaround hook shot. No. Simons with the big rebound, and then immediately he's fouled. That's the key there, Tyler. Get the missed shot, clear away the defensive glass, and Wahoo did just that.
Yeah, that was a great defensive set there by Wahoo. Concordia almost taking 20 seconds off the clock there and coming up empty-handed. And they'll head back to the line up 8 with just over a minute to go. good defensive set there by Wahoo.
Jackson Shepard has just fouled out of the ball game. He picks up his 5th as it sends Dylan Simons back to the free throw line. 2 more with 1:08 left. First one is good. Talked about Marcus Glock's free throw shooting, but right now Dylan Simons is 5 for 5 in the ball game as well. That free throw is also knocked down. That makes it a 10-point lead for Wahoo, 46-36, 1:05 left. Omaha Concordia hurries into the offensive end. McCafferty will shoot the 3. That's an air ball. Marcus Glock with the rebound. He stepped through a double team and then threw it away. Kulis got it. 3-pointer from the corner. That's off the mark, no good. Simons with the board, and he will be fouled with 49.8 seconds left. It's going to go on Carter Sunday. That will send Dylan Simons back to the free throw line, where he has made 4 in a row to take this from a 6-point lead to a 10-point lead. And now an opportunity for 2 more. Boy, the first one is good, Tyler. These are clutch free throws here by the 6'4" junior. He's now at his or above his season average of 11 points per game. That free throw is also good. 6 in a row for Dylan Simons here inside of the closing 90 seconds. It's a 12-point lead for Wahoo, 45 seconds left. Sunday's shot is blocked by Simons. Into the hands of Marcus Glock. Glock again double teamed after he collected that loose ball. Now he's loose in the backcourt. That'll be the 5th personal foul called on Quentin McCafferty. And McCafferty will head over to the bench. He'll finish with 13 points. Getting a nice standing ovation from the Concordia faithful. Getting a nice hug from Coach Ken Kulis and a pep talk there. Marcus Glock to the free throw line.
Yeah, deservedly so. A standing ovation there for McCafferty. That'll end his day here, the tournament, more than likely, but he is going to move on and play some Division I basketball, Truman State. So probably haven't heard the last from McCafferty.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. As Glock hits the first free throw, makes it a 13-point lead for Wahoo, 49-36. Second free throw is no good. Boy, how could he miss that? No, I'm just kidding. 14 out of 15 from the free throw line for Glock. 3-pointer for Schneider. That's off the mark. Rebound taken down by Simons. 26 seconds left. Concordia is not going to foul. And Tyler, the Wahoo Warriors are headed to the Class C1 state championship championship game, trying to become the C1 state champions for the first time since 2018. They will upset the number 1 seed, Omaha Concordia Mustangs. Your final score in this one, it's going to be Wahoo 49, Concordia 36. A 13-point victory for head coach Kevin Sheath and his Warriors squad. They'll play tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock right back here at the Pinnacle Bank Arena. They'll take on the winner of Ashland Greenwood and Auburn, a game that starts in about 30 minutes, I guess, from now. We'll step away. Why don't we step away just for 2 minutes so we can total up some of the individual scores and come back with our final thoughts. Warriors with a big win, 49-36. We're back in 2 minutes on Saunders County Online.
The outcome of a legal case can have long-lasting ramifications on your finances, quality of life, and community standing. Choosing the right law firm to represent your interests and your rights is of the utmost importance. The law offices of Brome, Lindell, Freeman County, and Gloucester traces its history of providing legal services to residents of eastern Nebraska back to 1893. So give us a call at 402-443-3225 or stop into our office in downtown Wahoo, Nebraska today.
Your favorite game day shop offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays and Fridays 10 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to noon. Need custom apparel for your team or business? Give us a call, 402-870-0780. The team at Rivalry want to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan. Rivalry Apparel Headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry on.
We want to say thank you so very much to all the sponsors who have been with us all season and continue on for the rest of the school year. We want to say thank you to Medicine Man Pharmacy, First Bank of Nebraska, Wahoo State Bank, South Haven, OOP Inc., Dairy Queen, Rivalry, Jerry Johnson, Mayor Jerry Johnson for being a part of this as well. So again, thank you to them for helping us, and we look forward to continuing bringing you coverage tomorrow.
Warriors with the big win, 49-36, your final score. Wahoo was led by Marcus Glock. He had 24 points. Dylan Simons also in double figures with 14. Jace Kaminsky finished with 4. Eli Shada had 4. Cody Hesser finished with 3. 21 in the first half for Wahoo, 28 in the second half. They had 17 in the fourth quarter. 15 of those came from the free throw line. Tyler for Omaha Concordia. They Quentin McCaffrey led them. He had 13. 10 points for Jack Thrasher, 6 for Kyle Schneider, 3 for Jackson Shepard, and 2 for Drew Koulis, 2 for Carter Sunday. 49-36 your final score. Real quick final thoughts here, Tyler, before they kick us out.
I think Wahoo came in and showed exactly why they are the Wahoo Warriors. They're a storied program. They are very well coached by Coach Schief, who's been there since 2001. They came in here with 4 new starters from last season. The only returning one was Marcus Glock, and look at them now in the state championship game tomorrow. Fantastic job from the Wahoo Warriors.
They'll take on the winner of Ashland, Greenwood, and Auburn, which is up next. So we're going to step out of the way so the next broadcasting team can move in. Great game for the Warriors. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock here at the Pinnacle Bank Arena. It's Brian Abrahams, Kelly Johnson.